All the websites are saying it, the fans are saying it, we're saying it. Bring Doctor Doom to the MCU. And it seems like Marvel is finally going to listen to us. After Disney's acquisition of Fox, it seems like the rights to the Fantastic Four franchise are finally coming back to the MCU. And this is big news for Doctor Doom. You see, in the beginning, Marvel wanted Fantastic Four to be part of the final chapter of Phase 4, but now they bumped it up a little later, and Kevin Feige announced during the San Diego Comic-Con that Fantastic Four will be the opener for Marvel's Phase 6. With the announcement of Fantastic Four came the release date of the movie. They said that the movie will hit theaters on November 8, 2024. They still have a long way to go before completing the movie, but that didn't stop fans from speculating what's about to happen with the new movie. According to some, Doctor Doom is going to be the main villain. Since the most powerful evil mastermind has been closely linked with the Fantastic Four in the past, there's no reason he shouldn't appear now.
I'm going home.
This is your home, son.
Not anymore.
There is nothing for you over there.
After all, we've waited a long time for MCU to introduce their most popular bad guy. Strider HD, a YouTube channel specializing in fan-made trailers, released one about the upcoming 2024 Fantastic Four, and it featured Michael Fassbender in the role of Doctor Doom. The trailer is relatively new, but there are 383 likes in less than a month. This means MCU better listen to the fans and give them what they want. Why? Well, this same YouTube channel smashed that like button just like you should if you haven't done so already. But no, in all seriousness, the YouTube channel uploaded another Fantastic Four fan trailer. And even though that one received more views, it received more dislikes than likes. In the successful trailer, the one with the likes, the creator placed John Krasinski, Zac Efron, Vin Diesel, and Emily Blunt to play the Fantastic Four heroes, while Doctor Doom was given to Michael Fassbender. If you ask us, Fassbender would be a great fit for the role of Dr. Victor Doom. After all, he's familiar with the MCU since he's portrayed Magneto's younger version in the X-Men movies, like X-Men First Class, X-Men Days of Future Past, and X-Men Apocalypse, and even Dark Phoenix. So he knows his way around the superhero movie set. Now, whether Marvel will decide to go with Fassbender for the role of Doctor Doom is still unclear. We have no updates about the movie's progress, and we don't know who else is involved. First of all, we don't know if John Krasinski will play Mr. Fantastic. The trailer was made based on Mr. Fantastic in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. As you may already know, the movie features Doctor Strange traveling to an alternate universe and being detained by the Illuminati. In this special organization, Krasinski plays Mr. Fantastic, and their only role is to stop Stephen Strange from destroying the universe. While we do agree with the choice, we don't know if Marvel will feel the same way. So we'll just have to wait and see what the MCU has in store for us in Phase 6. But they better listen, because according to popular media outlets, the MCU desperately needs Doctor Doom. Let's face it, all the major villains in the MCU have been relatively unknown before being brought to the big screen. But that is all going to change going forward. For example, in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, Kang, played by Jonathan Majors, took the center stage. And if the Comic-Con updates are relative, MCU has big plans for this villain. He's going to be part of the Avengers movies. One of them is even called Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. Kang is a very popular villain in the MCU, and in the last episode of Loki, we got to see He Who Remains, aka Kang, split the sacred timeline in half just by his death. But we later realized that Kang is far from dead. He's going to be appearing again. We just have to wait and find out in what way. In the previous Avengers movies, we've had Loki, a Norse god of mischief who's capable of transforming himself into anything he wishes. Then we've had Ultron, the sentient AI robot that wanted to push the human race forward by killing every human being on the planet. And then we had Thanos, a big purple brute that has all the power in the universe and decides to wipe out half of all life with a snap of his fingers. So we've had gods, robots, aliens, infinity stones. But what about the bad guys here on Earth? Where was Doctor Doom this whole time? Over the years, he's earned the title of Marvel's most powerful villain. And yet, he's nowhere to be found in the MCU. This supervillain was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. The name alone was something they described as eloquent in its simplicity, magnificent in its implied menace. We agree. The Romani-born Victor Von Doom grew up an orphan. Both his father and mother died while he was very young. First, his mother passed away, and then his father got accused of killing the wife of the Baron of Latveria, so they murdered him. Victor came back to the camp after fleeing from the Baron, and he was determined to smash that subscribe button just like you should if you haven't done so already. But no, seriously now, he was determined to free his people. He used his mother's witchcraft and coupled them with his knowledge of technology. Seeing the genius in Victor, the dean of Empire State University gave this young prodigy an invitation to study there. Doom accepted and went to Empire State University. There, he met Reed Richards, who later became his main rival. Why? Well, Doom blames Reed Richards for the explosion that mutilated his face forever. Ashamed of his look, Doom traveled the world looking for a cure. In Tibet, he managed to forge the armor we all know. However, Doom made a mistake. Eager to try it on, he placed the iron mask while it was still too hot. The mask burned his face, and he could no longer take it off. With a new name, a new armor, and a lot of knowledge, he went back to Latveria, overthrew the Baron, and took the title himself. With the help of his minions, his superior intellect, and the resources of the country, Doom was ready to exact revenge on a world that laughed at him. Over the decades, Doom sought to dominate the world and almost succeeded in his plan on several occasions. So we therefore ask the question, why hasn't he appeared in the MCU so far? From the comics, we know that Dr. Doom is generally considered an enemy of the Fantastic Four, but that hasn't stopped Marvel from pinning Doom against the X-Men, Daredevil, Black Panther, Silver Surfer, and Ant-Man. Doom is so powerful that his skill at sorcery is equal to even greater than that of Stephen Strange and Scarlet Witch. We're pretty sure that at one time, he was considered the Sorcerer Supreme. He is more dangerous than Doctor Strange because of his intellect. He is capable of creating technological marvels that people can only dream of. He is so manipulative that people willing give him lands and lordships, and he would keep them all. If it weren't for his arrogance, the one reason Dr. Doom hasn't been able to attain world domination is because of his one serious flaw, his arrogance. But here's hoping all this will change, and Dr. Doom will be the link to tie all the MCU movies together. In the comics, he brokered an alliance between Latveria and Wakanda. He made an alliance with Atlantis, aka Telecon, and he once teamed up with Namor to defeat the Fantastic Four. And this is why we think MCU absolutely must include him in the upcoming Fantastic Four. They've introduced Namor and Telecon, but the storyline isn't complete. Since he was part of the Secret Wars in the comics, here's what we predict. They are going to introduce Victor Von Doom in his origin story in Fantastic Four, and then slowly work their way up to make him the arch nemesis of Avengers Secret Wars, the second Avengers movie coming in Phase 6. Are you hyped for 2024 yet? Because we are. You'll love these videos next.